Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I've got a review of The Lupin Project by Alan Leverone. This was sent to me by Silver Shamrock Publishing in exchange for an honest review, so I'm going to read the synopsis and then I'll give you my thoughts on it. When 18-year-old high school senior Eddie Senna drives down a long-abandoned logging trail with his girlfriend, all he's looking for is a little privacy. What he finds instead is a horror beyond all imagination, because the logging trail ends just behind the Tamerlane Research Facility, a super-secret lab where experiments in animal neural conditioning are being conducted. And the animals have gotten loose, and they're far more intelligent and far more deadly than anyone realizes. After an unthinkable tragedy, it falls to Eddie's girlfriend Alicia and older brother Rob to undertake a desperate search for answers. But a very powerful person is determined to cover up the details of the tragedy. That person is vicious and immoral, and he's closing in on Alicia and Rob. So, first thing about this is that this is not a horror novel. There are elements of horror to it. I mean, these wolves, and that's what they are. They're doing animal research on a pack of wolves. These wolves are vicious. I mean, there are two scenes where two people are literally torn to bits by these wolves. But aside from that, this is more of a chase thriller than it is a horror novel or a horror story. Because mainly the whole book involves, after the first tragedy, after the first person is killed, you have the military guys led by this Colonel Toller, which is the immoral and vicious guy they describe in the synopsis. You have him chasing after the lone witness, which is Alicia, and also after Rob, who is the brother of the boy that was first killed in the book, in the story. So he wants to silence them. He wants them dead. Because if they go to the cops, or if they go to somebody that's going to listen, then it's going to be bad news for this research facility, and the military wants to keep it a big secret. There's a lot of exciting scenes in this book. You know, the chase scenes are exciting. The scenes with the wolves, when there are scenes involving the wolves, and especially the attack scenes, they're intense. They're bloody. They're gory. They're intense. The opening scene with, or one of the opening scenes, or close to it, with Eddie, who is the guy that's killed. Eddie is killed, and Alicia, then are very intense. There's some very intense scenes because they're trapped in their car. They're surrounded by these wolves, and they literally have no way out. And I won't go into detail about that. It explains, it'll explain what happens if you do read the book. I like those things about it. I like those things about the book. It was a pretty fast-paced book, but the reason I'm giving it 2.5 stars out of 5 is because this just seems like stuff that's been done before. You know, the whole thing about the military is doing experiments and they want to shut anybody up, military conspiracies, military things like that. And then there's the whole thing with the police being in on, or the chief of police being in on it and kind of being paid to keep quiet and keep people quiet or whatever. That's been done before. So I felt there's just a lot of cliches in this book that, like I said, they've been done before. And even though they're a lot of fun to do, it's just like, think of something else. So yeah, that's mainly the reason I'm giving this 2.5 stars. It's an exciting book, but just like I said, a lot of the stuff just felt like it's been done before. And again, I love the scenes with the wolves. I love wolves. And technically, if you want to do a trigger warning, because of the experiments they do on these wolves, you could consider it animal cruelty. So yeah, let's do a trigger warning on that. There is some, what I consider to be animal cruelty for these with these wolves, and that's something that I very much can't stand. All right, so yeah, that's my review of the Lupin Project. 2.5 stars. And again, first of all, and again, I was sent this by Silver Shamrock, so thank you to them for sending it to me. And that's going to be my review for the Lupin project. Again, 2.5 stars. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.